And we'd like to be safe.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that too. And there's school buses and older people out. So
Absolutely.
it's a 4-speed too. The Super T10, all aluminum Super T10. And so far it's held up pretty well. But I got to be honest, if I blow up this transmission, I'm not crazy disappointed. Because then I'll get the TKX 5-speed.
Did you try blowing it up on purpose?
Not yet, but I could try that too.
Let's not do that.
We're going to do a burnout right next to the police station.
Oh.
No, we're not doing that. Here's the police station, as you can see.
We're zoomed out 0.6 right now. We have the road view. Check out the statistics, guys.
What statistics? Oh,
We're running on 8 volts. Oh no. No.
13. 80.
I'm just kidding.
Whole car burned down. Are you recording?
I am.
We're also trying to avoid the enormous holes in the road left over from the winter that wouldn't end. Might be swerving a little bit to do that, but gotta do what you gotta do. I haven't done anything too crazy with this suspension. It does have front double adjustable coilovers and a bump steer kit. So, a little smoother going around turns, especially bumpy turns. Third now. 30-mile-an-hour zone. Now there should be a slowdown up here because the average age of drivers around here is about 85. So it could be somebody who's 16 or 17 or 135 years old.
Smells like 16, 17.
Yeah. Just got a whiff of herb. It's most likely from the car in front of us. The one with no bumper, right? Yeah, it's probably that.
Right.
Something tells me they're on the younger side.
And they just turned their flashes on, so That could
we're
have been
going
on.
straight.
that could have been on purpose.
And I do try to downshift. This Super T10 held up a lot better so far than the new Super T10 that I bought. Because the new Super T10 would grind downshift. Yeah, this joker ahead of us thinks he can outrun us. I don't think that's going to happen.
That was a good one. Anyways, continue.
Well, this might have happened to some of y'all out there. You ever notice when you're driving around a car like this, suddenly everybody wants to think that they
not going to install nitrous in this.
Oh yeah. There might be a 100, 150 shot of nitrous coming in the future.
And that's going to go right here.
Nah, it's gonna go right in there, man.
It's going to go in the engine bay. Risque.
Oh, the tank is gonna go. The tank is gonna go over there, I think. Where the truck be?
Right. Rather than the center, because you got rid of the console. I want a bike like that. You think that's dangerous?
Yeah, the motorcycles are incredibly dangerous.
Really?
Oh, yes. Now, for those of you who aren't used to a manual, 4-speed or whatever, the hard part is you got to keep an eye on your RPMs, because if you forget, hey, you're driving a manual, what gear you're in, you could end up downshifting to something that's going to destroy your transmission. Or you could forget.
Right.
You forget that you can't go any faster than the person in front of you. Anyway, you
Yes.
could end up forgetting, and you find yourself at a low speed and still in max gear, and then you're not going anywhere quicker.
Right.
And it's still a good idea to maintain distance, because unless you have fantastic brakes, once again, you can't go any faster than the person in front of you.
Right, and this guy wants to get around this guy.
Well, more power to you.
Right. More power to him or her.
Whoever it is, I don't know.
That car's for sale, anyone who wants it.
Ah, look at that. Let's see, like now, you're doing 30 something, you got to downshift to third.
Right.
You got to downshift to second.
And we're going to
Now
take...
first.
Right.
You're going to get behind these people. Don't expect to go anywhere anytime quicker. Pretty good pickup.
Right.
I don't recommend driving like that all the time. I mean, you older guys out there already know this. It's mostly for you younger guys. Also because gas isn't free. And neither is insurance.
Might as well put that insurance to use, though.
Yeah, no rush to use the insurance.
Right. Because then your rates go down, kids.
The rates go up if you use the insurance.
Right, rates go up.
Right,
But
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Especially if you're young. If you have gray hair, you can probably get away with anything, but I don't. I got another 10 or 15 years before I can do something really ridiculous and get pulled over with just a warning.
Well, you're not going to have any hair. So,
I'm gonna have to have hair. I'm gonna have to look old.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're over 65, you can probably run over an orphanage and let go of the warning. I'd be in trouble. Somebody younger would get executed.
we're on 300, so. I'm glad we live in California. It does look beautiful at this time.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Trees all green. Just sad we got no snow this year.
Yeah.
And for $100,000, this car is for sale.
What?
$100,000, this car is for sale.
Sure, $100,000. You got it.
All right. Sounds like a deal.
Pulling over here for a little bit, because I have a plan. Try to get around.
I went riding up there. You have good suspension.
What?
Good suspension.
Yeah, it's another giant hole in the road. Most of the holes in the road are next to this loser. Right here.
Yeah. Limited sight distance. That means Florida, usually. I'm kidding.
Right. No, he was joking with you earlier. For those of you who don't know, yeah, we're in the Northeast. That's why after this winter, especially after this winter, you encounter holes in the road that are the size of Volkswagens. So if you're thinking of visiting the Northeast and you're from a place where they don't get mountains of ice, don't bring a car that you value. You better rent a Range Rover or an M1 tank on these roads. We're taking our chances just driving this car on these roads because there's also suicidal people like that on the side of the road.
I wish I got that.
This video has turned into a lesson on all of the dangers and mishaps that can happen driving a classic car around the Northeast.
Right. I mean, that's why.
Doesn't have their signal on. They might be turning. Who knows? You find out when it happens.
They're in a Jetta, so we don't really know.
You don't know. Nobody knows.
Well, they're in a Jetta, so we don't know.
Nobody knows. People could go straight, sideways. They don't know. All right? Straight it is. Not too quickly, but straight. Great. Go ahead. There you go. Signal at the last second. This person could want to be going straight. This could be straight or diagonal. green, people will turn eventually. There's a school zone up here.
These are perfect roads if anyone wants to take their McLarens out on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, you just blast right through the school zone. Now we're gonna go about the speed limit through the school zone. It's a crapshoot around here. Either somebody's gonna be going 20, 60. Find out the person in front of us closer to 60. But we'll see what happens.
There's a Corvette. That's a C7. It's all black. Those are nice, but here we are, after getting gas. We put 91 premium in. He would like 93, but they didn't have that, unfortunately.
They got to use octane booster. You're running about 11.1, close to 11.1 compression. So, I don't like to take many chances.
Right. As you can see, we have
the 10-volt rear axle, by the way.
We have the Hoover Dam on our right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a Kanchi's over on the right here.
Yeah. Somehow the winding roads we're on right now have been the best all day.
Best all day?
The winding roads we're on right now have been the best.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. I feel like they have. I feel like this road's the best road ever.
Oh, okay. I'm happy you're happy.
I feel like this road is pretty good.
Oh, like I said,
Are we continuing straight?
I'm happy that you're happy. Is this the ice cream truck?
Straight?
I'm not going straight.
Oh, straight's the nicest road, I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it's newly paved last month.
I thought this was the ice cream truck in front of us. I think it's the Libyans from Back to the Future, though.
No, they were in
not the ice cream truck.
They were in
I think some guy with a rocket launcher is gonna come out of the window.
They were in at the top. Come on.
Right.
They were in like a 1970 Honda or something.
Is this the new Libyans?
Yeah. Except now Libya is kind of.
See that van? Don't get in there. There's no lady in the back.
Libya is kind of Iraq now, so.
So it was a vacation destination.
Yeah. Remember when we found that dead cat?
Yeah, that poor dead cat.
Yeah, that's a story.
I did the right thing.
Moved it out the road.
Yeah, did the right thing. Yeah, somebody had to help. More Libyans. They come. Alright, that's close. At least these people have a signal on. Because around these parts what happens a lot is you don't realize somebody's turning left until the light changes green and you're too far behind them to go around. Don't worry, the light will change like 5-10 minutes max. Should be green for a few seconds.
Usually I cut through there.
Pretty sure we got pot smoke coming out of this car in front of us. Maybe just cigarettes. Let's see. Alright. Green. We'll see what happens.
I mean, hey, they made a lot of improvements here. We're back in the Republic of Vietnam.
Right.
There's that beautiful smell.
Yeah. There you go.
Montgomery paramedics. Ford F-150. I don't know what that is. There's a Ram 100 4x4. There's a Tag Hong Volkswagen. There's a Chevrolet Silverado 2500. right. That's going to conclude the video.
Yes, it's going to conclude this video. Hopefully, by the time you guys watch this, we've cleaned it up a little bit. Hope you liked our ride around the Walden, Walk Hill, Montgomery area, upstate New York. And remember, if you're coming up here, bring your incredibly heavy-duty suspension. Thanks. Bye, everybody.